Shocker there, my camera is dying because I constantly forget to charge it. Hey guys, so it has been since before I moved out since I've sat down and just talked to you guys, just like this, because a lot happened, and I'm gonna try here not to ramble because my camera is dying, and because when I ramble I don't really make points come across. So, for starters, you guys already know, I moved out in December. It's been almost a year now, jeez. It's insane to think about, too, that it's been almost a year now. This year has just, it's both felt like it's dragged and flew by at the same time. The move was a little bit hectic. It was really on the spot, so it was hard enough to get around that. It was stressful and depressing, and I wasn't really having it. So, well, I was having it. I mean, I'm happy that I'm out on my own and everything. Well, not completely on my own, obviously. I have Bradley, thank God. Otherwise, I'd be screwed. But since I moved out, I had this mentality that my future was put on the back burner, which was probably the most depressing part about it, because I had goals, I had ideas of what I wanted to do that everybody called impractical, but I wanted to do them. But now that's not able to happen because I don't have the finances in general, because I'm paying for this, I'm paying for somewhere to live, I'm paying for food, I'm paying for a whole bunch of stuff, but that's a whole money thing, so I'm not going to get too far into that. And I don't want to ramble. Also, no, my hair is not darker. I did not dye it. I haven't had it highlighted in a very long time, so it's probably a little darker, but it's also wet. When I got out of the shower, I really didn't feel like doing anything other than my makeup, so I ran a brush through it, and here it is. It's actually still really wet. But to me, for some reason, I find hair is nicer when it's slightly damp. I don't know, just like the way it looks. I think it looks nicer. And it's easier to style, that's for sure. Or at least my hair is, because my hair doesn't cooperate after it's dried. It needs to dry in the position that I want it to be in order for it to cooperate with anything. So, since my future was basically on the back burner, the job I was working at just started to get more and more depressing. So, something had happened and I jumped the gun. I was really fed up with the people I was working with the environment I was working in, and I had looked online and found something that I wanted to do. I put that in quotes because I'll put it in perspective in a minute. It's something that I wanted to do, and I jumped on the opportunity. Bradley helped me financially through that, because it wasn't like college. It wasn't, because if anybody who's watching this isn't from America, you guys should know that it's like $24,000 for 1 year of college here in America. No matter where you go, you're paying out the buttloads for it. But this wasn't a college, it was an academy for a trade. For dog grooming. I've always liked working with dogs. I've always liked having dogs and working with dogs and doing anything with dogs. They're amazing. And it was 6 weeks. Well, technically it was like 200 and some hours that I had to do, but I had to work at the same time so that way I could still pay rent. So it was like 12 weeks straight of me doing 12 hours a day, Monday through Friday, to finish this. Because I would work half a day at my job, so that way I'm still making money, and then half a day to finish up at the academy, and it took up a lot of time and a whole lot of energy. And I came out with a piece of paper that says I can do it too, so ha! That's the only difference. That's the only reason people go to college, is for a freaking piece of paper that says that they can freaking do it. I really hate American colleges, if you guys can't tell. Something had happened in the middle of me being at the academy. The instructor was a horrible, horrible teacher. At first, like, I really enjoyed her teaching because she was a really cool person. Like, she's really easy to get along with, she's really funny, and she knows how to have a good time, and that's what she was trying to do while we were there. She just wanted to have fun with what she was doing, what we were doing, and she was good at doing that. But eventually, after like 6 weeks. Keep in mind, like, this is the halfway point pretty much, because I was there for 12 weeks. At about the 6th week, maybe 5 or 6 week mark, things started to really plummet fast. Because she was complaining that I was only doing half days. When every single time I would tell her, like, I need to make a living. I need to still work. I can't just take 6 weeks off work. That's not how that happens. And then she'd say, oh yeah, okay. And then she'd turn around and complain about it again. She was very contradicting. She would tell me to do one thing, and then it'd turn around and turns out that I was supposed to do it a completely different way. So to this day, I may have the piece of paper that says I know how to do it, but do I actually feel confident that I know how to do it? Hell no. Yes, that required a swear word. The anxiety is so high anymore that I feel like when I used to go to a park and I saw people walking their dogs, I would run up to them and pet them and be so excited. Well, obviously I'd ask them permission first, obviously. That's what you should do. I used to ask them, like, can I meet your dog? Can I pet your dog? And usually the response is yes, maybe. I have had a situation where somebody's told me no, which made me very sad. But now, if I see a dog at the park, like, I ask if I could meet it and everything, but I don't feel as excited as I used to, for one, and for two, it really spikes my anxiety, because the instructor at the academy also kind of treated me like I was treating the dogs wrong. And I really don't believe that I was. Like, when you're grooming a dog, they have to be standing up, or at least that's what she told me. I've watched videos of other people grooming dogs, and they let them sit down, because they can groom, the hair is still there, they can groom the dog whether it's sitting or standing, but apparently my instructor, they had to be standing. So what I would do is I would reach my hand under a dog's butt and pick it up. Just stand them up. There was one day that I did that, and she literally took the dog from me. I have no idea what happened. To this day, I still don't know what happened. I was getting a little bit frustrated with the dog. I'll admit that. But I wasn't hitting the dog, and I by no means was trying to, like, cut the dog or anything. So, I mean, I wouldn't do that to another living thing. Not a cat, not a dog, not a person, not a bird, not anything with a heartbeat. Not even a plant. At least I don't think. Well, no. I usually pick off touch-me-nots to pop those little pods. Have you guys ever done that? Touch-me-nots. They're little bushes with little orange flowers. Like, literally, these flowers are, like, less than an inch long. I have no idea what that is in metric, but they're less than an inch long. They're these little orange flowers, but before they bloom, they're these little pods. Well, if you carefully pick the pods off the bush and touch the tip of them, they'll pop. That's why they're called touch-me-nots. They don't like to be touched. This one time there was this big towering, like, hedge of them, and I ran my arm through, just, like, sweeping across the leaves, and so many of them popped, like, seeds were all over me and everything. At least I think they're seeds. Whatever's in the pods, but I absolutely loved it. So maybe I'm not as nice to plants as I am to other living things, but I was not hurting that dog, I can guarantee you. So that took up a lot of time, by the way. Like I said, 12 months. Wow, geez. No, I have not been going for an entire year. It was 12 weeks, which, in retrospect, it's not that long of a time, but a lot can happen in 12 weeks. Like unhealthily gaining weight. Whenever I first moved out, I was not eating the healthiest. And I started to try and eat healthier and everything because I knew it wasn't a healthy lifestyle. And then I started going to the academy, and that just went out the window. I gained over 20 pounds in the first half of me being at the academy. So, after getting out of the academy, I've started trying to eat healthy again, obviously, and then also work out more, which is taking up more time, which is another reason why this is becoming more complicated to do videos. I am glad to be doing videos again, though. Bradley's just horrible at holding me accountable. Like, I told him last week, I was like, this week is gone. Why didn't you tell me I didn't put a video up? I mean, these weeks just fly by for me anymore. So, As of right now, I have no idea what I'm doing with my time other than working at the job that I was working at. And I mean, it's not as bad as before. One of the real drama queens decided that she was too cool for school and left. Well, left. She thinks she's giving people a favor by sticking around 1 or 2 days, but she's gone, so it's making it a little bit more bearable to be there. The environment is still kind of bleh, but gotta do what you gotta do, right? I just realized I'm not wearing my industrial bar. And I haven't worn my lip stud in a really long time, but there was, the other day, there was like a pimple right there next to where my lip stud goes. And I was like, I really miss wearing it, but I can't wear it at work, so... But no, I had to take out my industrial bar to record that Sims video. The headphones that I use are Bradley's, and they cover my entire ear. Well, the one on this side, like, the padding kind of sits on the industrial bar and pulls on my ear, and it's really uncomfortable. So I had to take my industrial bar out to record that Sims video, and now, I've just forgotten to put it back in. I think it's still sitting on my computer desk. I just wanted to get you guys caught up. That, and it's been a while since it's just been me sitting in front of a camera and talking, which is 99% of what my channel was originally. I mean, looking back at my first year, I was on a roll. Once a week. A video once a week. All of them just me rambling on about stuff. I still have the list. I still have a list of ideas for video blogs to do. I just haven't gotten back to it yet. There is one that I've been wanting to do for a while, which will probably be, distraction, my hair, which will probably be next week's video. Wait, no, I have something else planned for next week's video. So, well, I can't say planned. I have it planned for next week, but it might not happen because it's something that's being delivered and it might not be delivered next week. So, we'll just have to see. But anyway, guys, thank you for watching this video. If you want to check out my last video or subscribe to when I make a new video, links will be in the description below, as will any of the links to any other social media if you're my proper stalker. You can click those things now because this video is over. Bye, guys. That wasn't even English.